Hey, more Shakesyear today. Isn't that fun and an odd change of pace? I'm going to be real brief with this intro. Today we are still in Act 1, Scene 1 of Coriolanus, and if you remember, the people of Rome are upset because they think that the government is not giving them their fair share of the food. In other words, they're like starving to death, and they want to go kill Caius Marcius because they think that he's the enemy of the people. Menenius Agrippa has come in and is trying to settle everybody down and get them to slow their roll and tell them that really the government isn't all that bad. And they're like, yeah, it really is. So Menenius has this story to tell, and this is going to be a long one. I'm warning you right now, this is more than a monologue, this is a story, but it's kind of an important story that feeds a lot of where the rest of this play goes, I think. Because it's the story of the belly. So anyway, this will be Menenius Agrippa, and this will be Second Roman Citizen. And bear with me because I'm so not off book for this one. So anyway, Menenius just did or let's call him Agrippa because that makes more sense. He just did the monologue that we did yesterday, and the Second Roman Citizen is like, what are you, crazy? They don't give a crap about us. And Agrippa's like, yeah, let me tell you a story. You've probably heard it before, but I'm going to tell it again because you need to be reminded of this story. And he's like, yeah, go on, tell your story. And he says, there was a time when all the body's members rebelled against the belly, thus accused it, that only like a gulf it did remain in the midst of the body, idle and inactive, still cupboarding the viand, never bearing, like labor with the rest, where the other instruments did see and hear, devise, instruct, walk, feel, and mutually participate, did minister unto the appetite and affection common of the whole body. The belly answered, well, sir, what answer made the belly? Sir, I shall tell you with a kind of smile, which ne'er came from the lungs, but even thus, for look you, I may make the belly smile as well as speak. It taintingly replied to the discontented members, the mutinous parts that envied his receipt, even so most fitly, as you malign our senators, for that they are not such as you. Your belly's answer. What? The kingly crowned head, the vigilant eye, the counsellor heart, the arm our soldier, our steed the leg, the tongue our trumpeter, with the other muniments and petty helps, and this our fabric, if that they, what then? For me, this fellow speaks, what then? What then? Should by the cormorant belly be restrained, who is the sink of the body. Well, what then? The former agents, if they did complain, what could the belly answer? I will tell you, if you bestow a small of what you have little, patience a while, you'll hear the belly's answer. You're long about it. Note me this, good friend. Your most grave belly was deliberate, not rash, like his accusers, and thus answered, true is it, my incorporate friends, quoth he, that I receive the general food at first, which you do live upon, and fit it is, because I am the storehouse and shop of the whole body. But, if you do remember, I send it through the rivers of your blood, even to the court, the heart, to the seat of the brain, and through the cranks and offices of man, the strongest nerves and small inferior veins, from me receive that natural competency whereby they live. And though that all at once, you, my good friends, this says the belly, mark me. Aye, sir, well, though all at once cannot see what I do deliver out to each, yet I can make my audit up, that all from me do back receive the flower of all, and leave me but the bran. What say you to it? It was an answer. How apply you this? The senators of Rome are this good belly, and you the mutinous members. For examine their counsels and their cares. Digest things rightly. Touching the weal of the common, you shall find no public benefit which you receive, but it proceeds or comes from them to you, and in no way from yourselves. What do you think, you that are the great toe of this assembly? I, the great toe? Why the great toe? For being one of the lowest, basest, poorest of this most wise rebellion, thou goest foremost, thou rascal, that art worst in blood to run, leadst first to win some vantage. But make you ready your stiff bats and clubs, Rome, and her rats are at the point of battle. The one side must have bail. Hail, noble Martius. And then Caius Martius shows up to say what's going on. So it's a very interesting story about the belly, and it's socialism, and there's a lot in there of people getting stuff and wanting more and not appreciating that they actually have the better part of things. And do we think that this might portend some things for some people in the story later on in the next 4.5 acts? 4 and 10 scenes, acts, whatever? Yeah. Anyway, we'll get more into that tomorrow. I'll see you then. Mwah.